right, let's get this show on the road. Good morning, everybody. Sit down. And the crowd moves slowly. We're starting on time just because we want to respect everybody who got here on time. So they will trickle in, and that is exciting to me, but we are not waiting for anything because my mortgage doesn't wait for anything. My future doesn't wait for anything. We got to be doing it right now. I just got home from Australia. I just got home from an unbelievable road trip. I was also in Florida with the fabulous Pamela Schwartz and that crew, and I am telling you, longevity is alive and well everywhere I go. What I love about it is it's on the tip of everybody's tongue. We are considered a legacy company. The world has no idea of the power of our products, the power of our comp plan, the size of our company, the opportunity in front of us, and it's our job to get the word out. And if you don't think locally, you're never going to be able to operate globally. And if you don't act locally, it's even more that way. So the name of the game is working in your backyard and setting meetings up the right way. I feel, and so does Richard Bliss Brook, I just found out, the next speaker. He's going to be in the next 4-year career book, which I think is extremely exciting. That is the one and only Scott Fardulis. He's been a legend in longevity for 6 years now. First year he was in, he was the Rookie of the Year. Then he was the Trainer of the Year. Then he was the Distributor of the Year. He's only 12, so he can't be a legend. So I don't know what award they're going to be able to give him next, but it is unbelievable what he has accomplished over his time in longevity. And he's on a new mission. And his mission is to really, really drive this ambassador, I guess you would call us a coalition, to make sure we're coming with a congruent message that creates a culture, which creates a system. And every one of you are a part of that, but the kingpins are the ambassadors on this thing. The queenpins are the ambassadors on this thing. That starts with Cheryl Morley. It goes through Dr. Corey and Adrian Gold. It goes through Dr. Lewis and Abelia Ariaza, and Dr. Scott Fardulis and his beautiful wife, Dr. Juliet Fardulis. So with that, hello, Scott Fardulis, come on up, buddy. All right, thank you.
That was a wonderful and fun introduction. Will you tell me when my 18 minutes are up? All right, so this morning we are doing like a rapid fire. You ever heard of TED Talks? Mm-hmm. Ever heard of TED Talks? So that's what we're doing. We're going quick, and we're going to move through a lot of topics today, and we're going to move through speakers rapidly. And so you'll have a chance to take notes. We'll give you a chance to ask some questions at some point today. And our objective is that this is a really powerful Super Saturday for you. And we're so excited for those of you that have tuned in online and that are joining us today. This is like my favorite time of the month. I love Super Saturdays because it's a chance for us to kind of rub elbows together and to get up and close and personal, to really be thoughtful, for this to be personalized to you. So again, as you're taking notes, think about the things that matter to you most. You know, I think about Super Saturdays and all the different personalities and the speakers and even the audience that's here. And I realize that Super Saturday is different for each person. There's something here that you specifically need that might be different than the person sitting next to you specifically needs. So that's kind of neat as well. Well, as I thought about today, and I realized that I've got a little 18-minute window to make an impact, it's like, what's the biggest thing that I could share with you today in my 18-minute window that would change your world, that would just make all your light bulbs just go, whoa, no way, that's amazing. I didn't think of it that way before. Or that's the roadblock that I've been hitting up against repeatedly that's stopping me from where I really need to get. Now, if you're a really good friend of mine, you will have heard me talk about this topic before. And so I apologize to you if you're going, oh, we've heard Scott talk about that. You know what? It's okay. Probably you just need to hear it again. Maybe you just need to be reminded one more time. So think about the business that we're in. We're in the business of network marketing. And you know, sometimes people say that word and it means different things to different people. Maybe just the sound of the word or the combination of the words network marketing, maybe that makes the hairs bristle up on the back of your neck. And for others of you, maybe you're going, really? What's network marketing? Tell me all about it, as if you're a new babe wrapped in swaddling clothes. And for me, It's a term that I've used my entire life. I've always talked network marketing. It's not new to me. It's not different to me. And what it means is something very sweet. It's very melodious. It is peaceful to me when I talk about network marketing, because to me, network marketing represents the ultimate in opportunities that give you the propensity to lead you to freedom. Think about that for a second. Other people see it as a roadblock. Other people see it as an inconvenience. Other people see it as harassment. I've never seen it that way at all. I only see it as joy. I only see it as opportunity. I only see it as, it's the ultimate to me in honor, if I think about a profession, really. And so I'm gonna tell you why. Everywhere I look, I see people that are hurting. Everywhere I look, I see people that are complaining. Everywhere I look, I see people that are hopeless and desperate and frustrated and angry and bitter and resentful. That's the way I see the world today for the most part. And why is that? The reason that is because we're not really set up to be happy. We're set up to fail. And it starts in the home. It starts in our educational system. And when you look at the educational system, look at what, I don't know if you saw this in the media, but did you guys just see what's happened here? It was just discovered that a bunch of wealthy people had paid off SAT and ACT testing centers, and they had bought out coaches and different people at high-level universities like Yale and USC and Georgetown, just to name a few. And over 50 people so far have been caught in a scam or a scandal where they paid anywhere from tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars because they didn't believe that their kids were smart enough. They didn't believe that their kids had the propensity on their very own to go stretch and flap their own wings and develop the muscles that it would take to use their heads, use their brain, use their brawn to go fight for their own freedoms and liberties and independences. They didn't think their kids had the ability in this day and age to pull that off. So what did they do? They reached in their back pocket and said, we're rich. We're gonna buy our kids freedom. Have you heard of the story yet?
Yep.
Or am I just breaking this news to you?
No.
You've all heard of it, right? Isn't that ridiculous? It's sick. It's disgusting. How could this possibly be? And now you're going to see it all over the media. Who knows where this goes? My point is this. This is an equal opportunity. And it doesn't matter what stock you came from. It doesn't matter how big your bank account is or how opportunistic your parents were, or how successful or not successful they were. You can wake up tomorrow and you can say, I'm in. And we are going to teach you and train you and educate you and give you the ability to develop all the muscles you need to go out there and own the very best of your life. And I'm talking about the ultimate in freedom. What happens when you really own your life? Physically, financially, socially, ultimately owning your time? That's a big deal. Here's the roadblock. The roadblock for you being able to do that will be your confidence level that you develop around the ability to influence another person. We call it prospecting. Some people hear the word prospecting and like, oh my goodness, I don't want to have to talk to people. I don't want to have to go to my friends. I don't want to have to go to my family. Why would you not want to go to your friends? And why would you not want to go to your family? I'll tell you why. It's because of judgment. You don't want to be judged. You don't want to hear the words no. And then you'll personalize that and say, they're saying no to me personally. I don't know if I can take that. I don't know if my heart can handle it. I don't know if my emotions can overcome rejection like that. Let me help you out. There isn't one thing you're going to do in this world that won't involve an invitation, that won't involve you being prospected, and you'll never go anywhere in life with other people unless you prospect others. You will be prospected and you will prospect. You have to. Otherwise, you're going to live a very lonely existence. So I thought I'd do an exercise with you this morning and show you how simple it is to prospect, taking all the emotion out of this. Would you like to see how this works? I'm going to ask all of you online. If you'd respond back here to James and just say, this topic is great or this makes sense. Do you want me to share with you how to become a master at prospecting in like 5 minutes? Yes. You want to see the 5-minute plan to being a master expert at prospecting? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, because if you're willing to take this on, you will have no problems whatsoever. It will be smooth sailing, no issues, no hiccups, no headaches, no worry whatsoever. Okay, I'm gonna take a little survey here. You have to play along. Just answer this question honestly for yourself, and you either love this or you don't. It's black or white, there's no gray matter. Okay, so I'm gonna take a survey. Right now, I'm gonna take a survey with all of you, and my job is just to collect data. Okay, so I'm gonna pretend for a moment like I have been hired into an agency that needs to collect market research and data. So there's no emotion involved in this for me, it's just my job. You got it? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some questions, and I don't care what your answer is. I could care less, it makes no difference to me whatsoever. I just need to collect the data. I don't care what your name is, I don't care who you are, it makes no difference when I wake up tomorrow what your answer is. So here's the question. First question is, how many of you love apple pie? Raise your hand if you love apple pie. Okay, now hold your hand up. If you don't love it, don't raise your hand. It's not a trick question. So I'm just gonna scan around and I'm gonna say that the answer to this question, you tell me if I'm right or wrong, it's approximately 50%. Would you agree with me that it's approximately 50%? Okay, great. Let's go to question number 2. Okay, so we now know that approximately half of you like apple pie. And if we're gonna take this any deeper, we actually know which of you like apple pie, correct? We could have written down your name, and let's say we did, because we're doing market research. So we know who likes apple pie, and we know who doesn't like apple pie. Got it? Okay. Question number 2. How many of you love to do yard work? Mow your own lawn, plant flowers, be out in the garden, work a little bit, etc. Raise your hand if you like to work outside, you find it therapeutic, and you enjoy it and brings you fulfillment. Okay? So raise your hand high. You gotta see your hands. Okay? Would you agree with me that it's approximately, raise your hand, keep your hand up. Would you agree with me that it's approximately 50% of the people in here enjoy doing outdoor yard work? Approximately 50%? Okay, good, great. So we're running about 50-50 so far. Okay, next question is, how many of you enjoy playing sports? You enjoy playing sports, raise your hand if you enjoy playing sports. Okay, this one's a little bit higher. Would you agree with me that it looks like more like 70% of you like to play sports? Okay, 30% of you don't. Interesting. What I want to point out, and we do a lot more if I have more than 18 minutes, but I said I could show you this in 5 minutes. What I'm showing you is that it doesn't make any difference what the topic is. Notice how bizarre the questions were. They were just random questions. We talked about eating, we talked about yard work, and we talked about playing sports. Very different things. Would you agree? Okay. It doesn't matter what topic you pick. You're going to find out how many of you feel better when you sneeze. How many of you are loud sneezers, like you just let it all out when you sneeze? Raise your hand if you just let it out when you sneeze. Let's see your hand. So keep your hand up.
Sometimes.
You just let it out. Okay, it's about 60%. Would you agree with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're running the gamut of somewhere around, 30 to 70% on every question we ask. Although we were probably more in the middle of that, 50 or 60%. You like to let it out when you sneeze. How many of you are like very subtle, quiet sneezers? No big deal. Okay, see? And ironically, the other half of you raised your hands. We just changed the question around. The point is, somewhere around about 50%, give or take a 20% margin in either direction, about half of you will participate in any question we ask. And the antithesis is obviously true. Guess what we can do now? We can take the topic of network marketing, and if people don't know what that is, call it a home-based business. If people don't know what a home-based business is, it means you own your time, you pick and choose your hours, you work out of your home, you're in control. So you can just break it down until people say, okay, now I get it. Do you understand that the statistic would be approximately the same? It'd be about the same. So if you remove the emotion, how simple would it be to go out and ask the question, have you ever thought about network marketing? Do you like network marketing? Does the thought of working from home interest you? Does the thought of controlling your time interest you? Does the thought of your health, your physicalities, your well-being, is that something that you would find interesting to you, fascinating to you, that you want more of? It's the same concept in a survey. You've got to remove the emotion of the outcome and just get excited and interested and fall in love with the prospect of asking the question. You see the point? Now you're going, what difference does it make whether I like apple pie or not? Let's go back and break this down. What difference does it make if you like apple pie or not? Well, I'll tell you what difference it makes. If I'm a baker, it certainly makes a heck of a difference, doesn't it? So now you apply the career and the monetary side. Everybody needs to know in business, the point is to monetize everything. If you don't figure out how to monetize the subject, there is no business. You must monetize it. So now how do we monetize whether you liked your apple pie or not? We monetize it because you're now a baker. So if you're a baker, wouldn't you want to know what type of apple pie or what type of pie would sell the most? Wouldn't you want to know if people like pie? And if your bakery specialized in pies, wouldn't you want to know who liked pies so you could market to those people and say, we have specials on apple pie today? That's why it makes a difference. Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay. How about yard work? What difference does it make whether you enjoy doing yard work or not? Well, I want to know who does or doesn't like to do their own yard because now I'm a landscaper. Mm-hmm. I own a landscaping company. So if you responded to my survey and you said, I love to do all my own yard work, I'm probably not going to make a lot of headway with you, convincing you that you should give up the thing that brings you the most joy in your life. I'd rather go market to all the people in the survey that said, I don't like to mow my own lawn and I don't find any joy in doing landscaping. Does this make sense? Yes. Okay. People that play sports. If I'm a coach, wouldn't I want to find out who like to play sports and all the people that had children so I could go market to those people and find a way to monetize that? In network marketing, same thing. If I ask you, do you like network marketing? And you go, I hate network marketing. Well, then guess what? I'm not going to talk to you about my network marketing company. But if you said, yeah, the thought of working from home, having my own, control of my own schedule and being my own boss and being healthier, focusing on a company that really excels in the health industry, I think I could find some joy in that. Great. You're a candidate. You're not going to reject me. See how you can vet people really, really quickly and you find out instantaneously if you're on the right track or not. Here's the problem. We don't take the survey. We don't take the survey. Next thing you know, you're talking to somebody that's on the wrong side of your survey. You never asked the right question. And when you don't ask the right question, now you're talking to the wrong person, spending a ton of energy, and that becomes your own survey. You discover, I don't like network marketing. Well, why'd you come to that conclusion? Because I'm constantly talking to the wrong people, and they're always biting back at me, biting my head off, telling me something negative, telling me this is stinky. Next thing you know, you believe your own news story. Does this make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
Did you just learn something?
Yeah, no, that's good.
Was it valuable?
Mm-hmm.
It was just a good way to kick off Super Saturday.
Yeah.
I've got 3 minutes. Okay, so here's the good news. I want you to start taking a survey. Can you do this? I want you to survey everybody in your path for the next week. And don't you dare stop. It's just a survey, for goodness sakes. What difference does it make? How many of you, here's our survey. How many of you, knowing what you're learning right now, and you can kind of see where this is all headed for the day, we're setting you up for success. How many of you are like, dang it, I should have had 3 more people with me here today? Yeah. Be honest, raise your hand, okay? If you had 3 more people here today and they overcame this barrier that a lot of people are plagued with and you all walked out of here today, wouldn't your team be more powerful? Wouldn't you be stronger? Wouldn't you have a higher likelihood of
We're gonna have to move that plant.
I promise that.
Let me just move it.
Wouldn't you have a higher propensity of growing faster? Your team, your business, your commissions, the people you surround yourself. Do you see how that works? Now you know. Now you know, and when you leave here, you go start taking surveys and remove yourself from the emotional outcome of how they respond. They're just answering your question honestly because you asked a direct question. Now you got a direct answer and you can go ding, ding, ding. I should or shouldn't spend my energy talking to this person. Save yourself the pain, the headache, the emotion, the head banging on the wall. Why isn't this working? It works. You just have to understand that it only works with the people that are willing to answer the survey the correct way. True or false?
True.
Yeah, and if you only are spending your time with the correct people, you'll have 100% success and 100% of results. Thank you.
We have a question.
Oh, you have a question?
What's the best network marketing question? Do you like network marketing? What do you think of network marketing? What's the best network marketing question?
Yeah,
You still have a minute.
Good. So there's a lot of great answers to this question, and I think a great question to ask people is: have you ever thought about a home-based business? Have you ever considered working from home? Are you aware that the home-based business industry is likely to do about 200 billion in revenue, which is more than about X, Y, and Z industries like the NFL, all natural products, Hollywood? If you combined all those, it probably wouldn't be as successful as network marketing. Did you know that that's how successful this industry is? Have you ever thought about being a part of it? Wouldn't that be a good way to kind of phrase some questions?
Yeah.
And when people go, why are you asking me if I'm interested in network marketing? Why did you just ask me that? That would be an interesting question for them to ask you in return. Yes or no, I am or I'm not interested. Why are you wondering? And I would say the reason why I'm curious and the reason why I'm wondering is because I am a network marketer, and I can only talk to people that are interested in having an extraordinary life. Thank you.
There you go.
Wow, one fast little